Next topic is generating a candidate specialization in an FOIL algorithm. So we know that a candidate specialization, it is nothing but generating a new rule for each of the training examples that is being present in a database. So for each and every training example, we are going to generate one candidate specialization algorithm. So in order to generate a candidate specialization of the current rule, FOIL generates a variety of new literals, each of which may be individually added to the rule preconditions. So each and every time we are going to generate a candidate specialization for each of the training examples, and that is being added to the rule in order to get a new rule. Let's understand this by considering an example. So you can see here the example here, it consists of a current rule. The current rule here, it is P of x1, x2 up to xk. So and it is mapped to L1, L2, Ln. So here this indicates that it is a post condition, and here it indicates a precondition. So understand how we used to write that is. So here I have written how we used to write mother. M I have considered here as a mother of x comma y. So how I used to read it out? I used to read it out as y is the mother of x. Correct? So y is the mother of x. So we used to start from the precondition. So here x1, x2 up to xk, it is a post condition, and L1, L2 up to Ln, it is a preconditions. And how we are going to read it? We are going to read it as L1, L2, it is mapped to P of x1, x2 up to xk. Correct? So this is a precondition and this is the post condition. So you can see that the post conditions, it will be updated continuously based upon the precondition. So this is an example I have considered. This is a current rule where I have considered the two literals. One is with a precondition and other is a post condition. How I have written is, if I consider this as an example, so mother of x comma y means y is the mother of x, correct? And x will be updated based upon y, correct? X will be updated based upon y. So that's why your post condition will be updated based upon the preconditions. Next, FOIL generates candidate specialization by considering new literal, that is Ln plus 1. So Ln plus 1 is a new literal in the sense, so every time a candidate specialization, it is going to move from one particular training example to the second training example, that is from one row to the another row of a database. So the first condition here is Q of V1, V2 up to VR, where Q belongs to predicates and the Vi are the new or already present variables. At least one Vi must already be present. So this is the first condition. So what is the first condition? If I have considered the Q of V1, V2 up to VR, the variables. So this Q, it belongs to a predicate, and Vi is a new or an already present variable. Next is the equality condition we have considered, that is equal of xj comma xk. So where xj and xk are the already present in the rule. So see here, Vi, it is one must be present in the rule at least, and others will be updated. Here equal indicates that already, that is xj and xk are already present in the rule. What does xj and xk indicates? Xj and xk it indicates the variables. Next, the third condition is the negation of either of the above forms. So negation of either of the above condition, it is going to performed. So let's consider an example that is shown here. So this is an example and this is a background knowledge. So let's understand an example first and correspondingly the background knowledge. The example here is granddaughter of Victor, Sharon. So I'll say that Sharon is a granddaughter of Victor. Sharon is a granddaughter of Victor, in the sense, what is the background knowledge that we get here? Sharon is a female, correct? Since mentioned here is granddaughter. So Sharon, she is a granddaughter of who? Of Victor. You doesn't know who is a Victor. A Victor, who is a Victor? So you just understand here Sharon is a female since it is mentioned here granddaughter. Next, the same way, negation it is given granddaughter Tom comma Bob, meaning is Bob is the granddaughter of Tom, but there is a negation, means he is not the granddaughter, the reverse of it. Negation indicates the reverse of it, means Bob is not the granddaughter of Tom. Then what is the knowledge we will get here? Bob is the father of Sharon. Bob can be the father of Sharon. So here understand, Bob is not the granddaughter of Tom, means Bob is not a female here. Bob is a male here. So can I write it as Bob is the father of Sharon here from the previous example? Yes, I can write it. Next, again, negation of granddaughter Victor comma Bob. So Victor is the granddaughter of Bob, but since I have a negation here, Victor is not a female, correct? So can I write it as Bob is the father of Tom, the previous one? Yes, I can write it Bob is the father of Tom. Can I also write it Victor is the father of Bob, since Victor is considered as a male here, and I have to consider just the parental relationships. I will just consider father, female, male, or mother, grandfather, granddaughter, that's all. So I'll take here Victor as the father of Bob. Yes. So these are the examples and these are the background knowledge we are going to get it. See, understand here, for this one particular rule itself, we have got two background knowledge. It depends upon the person. So how he is going to assume the things. Now, this next example I'll consider. So here I have granddaughter of X comma Y. So granddaughter of X comma Y, it is nothing but what? It is nothing but an Y is the granddaughter of X. So in order to illustrate, consider a rule in order to predict the target literal, that is an granddaughter of X comma Y. So here I have considered an example that is an granddaughter of X comma Y, which is considered to be as the most general rule, because here I have not mentioned Bob, Victor, Sharon, anything. I have not mentioned the constants here. Instead of the constants, I have mentioned here the variables. So Y is the granddaughter of X. I don't know who is Y and who is X, correct? So as of now, just it is a general rule. So in order to specialize this general rule and in order to formulate this new rule, we can add some of the rule preconditions. So what are the preconditions or some of the literals we can add to this rule is, so this is a general rule. I am going to make it more specific. In order to make it more specific, I have to add some of the preconditions or some of the literals to this general rule. So some of the preconditions are equal X comma Y, meaning is Y is equal to X, female of X, female of Y, means X is a female, Y is a female, Y is the father of X is the father of Y, Z is the father of X is the father of Z is the father of Y, and negation of all these literals. So I can consider any of the possible assumptions for this general rule, correct? So this is an example, this is a background knowledge. How we are, for this particular example, we have two background knowledge based upon the person, based upon the assumption of a person. The same way, if I in order to illustrate this, I have considered the most general rule example as granddaughter of X comma Y, means Y is the granddaughter of X. This is a general rule. So in order to improvise this rule or in order to specialize this rule, I have added some of the rule preconditions or I have added some of the literals. So these are based upon the user assumption. Next, the next step that is being performed after the user assumption is, here you can see that from the above examples, above preconditions here, Z is a new variable here, whereas X and Y are already existing in the current rule, correct? Yes, x and y here, it is already existing in the current rule. And what is the new variable that I have assumed here? Z. So z is considered to be as a new variable, whereas x and y already exist in the current rule. Now suppose that among the above literals, FOIL algorithm, it greedily selects father of y comma z as the most promising or leading to the more specific rule. So now what I have done is, based upon the performance measure, I have randomly chosen which suits more to this condition is father of y comma z. So means what? Z is the father of y. Now understand the condition. So y is the granddaughter of x and z is the, so y is the granddaughter of x means y is a female here, and z is the father of y means y is the daughter of z here. So this rule added to the general rule. So understand this one extra literal out of all this assumption, I have considered this literal and it has been added to the general rule, and this gives the most specific rule. Now in generating candidate literals, we need to specialize the rule. So this is known as the specialization of a rule. So what I have done here, suppose if I am considering one training example of a complete database, so I am generalizing the rule. After generalizing, I am trying to find out the most specific rule here. Now FOIL algorithm now considers all these literals that is mentioned in the previous step. Now if an FOIL at this point selects the literal that is father of z comma x, now a new literal again it is selected out of all these assumption, that is father of z comma x and female of y. So now again I am going to add my new add all these literals to my previous rule so that I will get my most specific rule. So what I have got here is y is the granddaughter of x. From this we have understood that y is a female, so that's why I have chosen here female of y, not as female of x. So understood? So y is the granddaughter of x, that's why I have chosen here y is a female. Next, what is the other knowledge I can gain here? Since y is the daughter, there should be some father. So from all this I have considered a new variable that is z. So z I have considered here as the father of y because I can't consider x. See, y is a daughter, x is a grandparent, and the remaining variable that is left is z. So I have to choose z to be as the father of y. Now z is the father of y, disjunction of x is the father of z. Yes, since x is a grandparent, y is the daughter and z is the father, so I'll say that x is the father of z. So this is also correct. So when I choose all these things based upon my background knowledge, means my machine is going to choose based upon the background knowledge from the general rule and arrives at the most specific rule. So this is a most specific rule for granddaughter of x comma y. So at this point, FOIL will remove all positive example covered by this new rule. If additional positive examples remain to be covered, then it will begin with another general to specific search for an additional rule. Now next step is, after finding out the most specific rule, is to find out the gain. So what is meant by gain here? Here we are using a FOIL gain subroutine or a FOIL gain formula in order to measure the performance. So whereas in a sequential covering in a Learn-1 algorithm, we have utilized the calculation of an entropy in order to measure the performance. Performance, it indicates the quality of the prediction that has been made. So prediction here, it is nothing but the machine predicts the things and compare it with the actual output. If there is a differences, then we say that there is an error. If the error is 0, then we say that the predicted value is equal to an actual value. So the performance, it is an important matter in calculating the prediction. So here, in order to measure the performance, the FOIL gain formula is used. FOIL gain formula of L comma R, it is equals to T of log to the base 2, because here we have only a true or false condition. So that's why I have chosen to the base 2. P1 divided by P1 plus N1 minus log to the base 2 P0 divided by P0 plus N0. Now let's understand what are all the terms. L here, it indicates the new literal introduced in the rule R in order to get a new rule. So what is the new rule here? If I compare it here, so the first rule that I have assumed is this one, that is a general rule, and every stage I am going to find out the new rule that is a most specific rule, that is a new rule. So here R dash is considered to be as a new rule and R is the initial rule. Next T. T, it indicates the number of positive bindings of rule. P1 here, it indicates the number of positive bindings of the rule R dash, and N1 is the number of negative bindings. So R dash, it indicates a new rule. P1, it indicates for the new rule. P0, it indicates for the rule R. N0, it is for the rule R. So now what is meant by this binding? Binding are the number of instantiation. So what is meant by binding? So binding is nothing but the number of instantiation of the variables by a constant. A binding is positive if the rule covers the positive example, and the binding is negative if the rules covers the negative example. Here we have considered x and y variables bind to any of the constants. The four constants we have assumed is Victor, Sharon, Bob and Tom. So here the binding can be in the form as x variable divided by Bob or y variable divided by Sharon. It indicates that any binding can be possible. At each stage, the rule is evaluated based on positive and negative binding, and thus the gain is calculated. So binding is nothing but a relationship that we are going to provide here in terms of the variables. So that is only written here, x variable related to Bob, y variable related to Sharon, and then we are going to update our rule, and then updated rule we are going to calculate the gain by using this formula. I hope you understood what is meant by generating candidate specialization. In generating a candidate specialization, we are going to consider the current rule, how to write the rule as per the precondition and the post condition. So we know that always the post condition will be updated, and how we read it. Y is the mother of x, we are going to read it. That's why this is a precondition and this is a post condition. The post condition will be updated every time as per the preconditions. Next, so here we have considered some of the new literals, that is L plus 1. So what are the steps that we are going to perform, it is seen. And next I have considered this example. So here I have considered the example, and here I have considered the background knowledge. So this is illustrated by considering an example that is a granddaughter of x comma y. It is a most general rule. So where y is the granddaughter of x, here in order to specialize this rule, or in order to get the most specific rule, we are going to add some of the preconditions. So these are all the possible preconditions or the background knowledge that is being written for this rule. So, and out of this, which is suitable for this rule, it is going to be chosen, and the disjunction of it is performed in order to get the final rule. We know that y is a granddaughter of x, means y is a female here, so that's why a female condition is written. Next, so here I have x as a grandparent and y as a granddaughter, that is a female. Now the new variable I can choose as z, and I'll say it as z is the father of y, and when z is the father of y, x is the father of z. The disjunction of it is performed, and we arrive at the most specific rule. Now every time we are going to update a rule, and that is represented by a new rule that is called as an R dash. Now this is a formula in order to measure the performance. So every time we are going to consider the binding here and generate the new rule, and after that calculate the performance by using an FOIL gain formula.